We like to believe our lives unfold in steady rhythms, routines stitched together by habit, expectation, and the quiet hum of tomorrow will be like today. But sometimes, time fractures. In an instant, a phone call, a diagnosis, a silence that lasts too long. The world you knew cracks open, and you're left standing in the debris of who you used to be. Their stories reveal something powerful. We don't choose the moment everything changes, but we can choose what we become because of it. It's about what happens after, about how ordinary people just like you, just like me, find their way back to purpose, not by avoiding the fall, but by learning something valuable from it. Maria had spent 14 years as a project manager. She knew everyone's coffee order in the break room, every deadline by heart. She was the glue person, organized, dependable, the kind of person who color-coded her calendars and memorized deadlines. She believed stability was earned with hard work. She didn't know that she was days away from losing the job she'd built her whole identity around. The email meeting invite popped up at 10:12 a.m. Important update, mandatory attendance. And in a room full of puzzled and tired faces, Maria heard the words she never imagined would be directed at her. Your positions have been eliminated. And just like that, the future she'd planned collapsed. Just like that, her identity, reliable, efficient Maria, had vanished.
I cried in the parking lot, not just because of the money, though that scared me, but because I didn't know who I was without that title or that job. For 2 weeks, I barely left the couch. Felt like I'd failed my kids, my husband.
The days after were the hardest. Maria would wake up with nowhere to be, nothing to organize, no deadlines to chase. She felt like a puzzle missing a major piece.
A few days later, my 8-year-old daughter asked, "Mom, what do you really love?" And I said, "Telling stories." She said, "Then why don't you do that?"
Sometimes, losing everything you thought you planned is the only way to discover what you're really meant to do with your life. Maria began making short, heartfelt cartoons for kids. Stories about courage, about feeling small in a big world. 6 months later, one of her children's stories went viral. A school district reached out, then a publisher. She didn't just replace her old job. She built something that only she could build.
Losing that job didn't break me. It gave me back to myself.
James had always been the rock, a high school coach and counselor. He cared deeply for others, but rarely slowed down long enough to care for himself. He was the guy who fixed everyone else's problems, while ignoring his own. His life was busy, meaningful, and stretched very thin. Until the day his body said, enough. The day everything changed. The fatigue, the dizziness he brushed off as stress. But the real blow came during a doctor's visit, when the doctor walked in and sat down with a tight expression and a tablet pressed against her chest. A chronic cardiac condition. Treatable. James had just gotten a notification regarding his medical coverage. His insurance was expiring in 60 days.
Stage 2 heart failure. The doctor said, "You've been running on fumes for years." But here's the kicker. My insurance plan was about to expire. I had to choose between meds or my mortgage. I'd spent my life helping kids believe that they had purpose and their lives mattered. But I never believed it for myself.
James's life became a maze of calls, paperwork, hold music, and unexpected bills. He felt powerless, like his health was now a negotiation. But somewhere between the fear and frustration, he discovered something remarkable. He wasn't alone. Friends, neighbors, his students, even strangers stepped in with resources, advice, and support. His vulnerability became his strength. James eventually secured his medical insurance coverage. But by then, something had changed, shifted. He realized that he had spent years encouraging others to listen to their bodies, honor their limits, and embrace resilience. Yet, he had ignored his own. Today, James blends his coaching and counseling with advocacy, teaching others how to navigate healthcare with courage and clarity. His diagnosis didn't break him. It only redirected him. James didn't just heal his heart. He rebuilt his life around what truly nourished it, his connection, taking it slow and being present. He now hosts community wellness walks, and he finally got started on that garden he always talked about.
Turns out, healing isn't about just fixing your body. It's about finally listening to all the things that's going on with and around you.
Jordan was always constantly moving, hustling between different side gigs, convinced success demanded that he stayed in constant motion. Relationships came and went. Life was a blur of temporary interactions and connections. But everything was about to shift on a random Tuesday afternoon. Jordan was rushing out of an office building, trying to get to the next package pickup, when he dropped his wallet without noticing. An elderly man picked it up and tapped him on the shoulder.
Slow down. Life's not running away from you. It's right here.
They had a brief conversation walking in a nearby park, but those words stayed with Jordan long after the moment had passed. In that one moment of honesty, human warmth, and a profound connection, it reminded him, purpose isn't always about the destination. Sometimes it's a thread that you follow, with one small act at a time. It dawned on Jordan that he'd been chasing a version of success that wasn't really his. He'd been so focused on rushing forward on the path he was on that he forgot to reflect and build meaningful relationships on his journey in his life. He couldn't wait to call and connect with his mother, and he reached out to some old friends. Jordan took the elderly man Miguel's advice to stop, live, and create a life. Make connections, not just a resume of jobs. Jordan decided to slow down, but he didn't stop. He started a community project delivering groceries to elderly neighbors, something he always wanted to do. Rooted in true interactions and connections, not hustles. And for the first time, he wasn't chasing purpose. He was living and enjoying his life with meaning. Maria, James, and Jordan, 3 lives that changed in a single moment. None of them asked for their before to be shattered. But in the space between who they were and who they became, they found something so powerful and so unexpected. Clarity, courage, and more important, they found themselves. Transformation doesn't always begin with certainty. It can begin with putting one step forward. You don't need a perfect life to grow. You just need to be willing to meet yourself in the middle of the mess and ask, what if this isn't the end, but the beginning? Hit like and subscribe, and let's journey together. Never miss a story that might just change how you feel about life.